Do you have new RV taste and a used RV budget? Well, I've got one for you. This is a barely used 2017 Rockwood ESP series, which means Extreme Sports Package pop-up here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan, just coming in on trade. Folks enjoyed it, they liked camping, but they wanted something, quote, more automated. They didn't want the setup time. The pop-up lifestyle just didn't turn out for them, so they swapped this out for a fully enclosed Passport ultralight camper here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan, and they couldn't be happier. 2,245 pounds. This is, a lot of it is cosmetic, but there are some cool feature things here above and beyond the base Rockwood pop-up series. We, being a Rockwood dealer, have a really good beat on that. I'm going to start from the top down. You can't see it here, but it does have a full-size 13,500 BTU air conditioner. You can see the two little rails up here. Those are for like those are mount bars to be able to mount like bike racks and stuff like that. That's part of the sports package. This is the off-the-beaten-path, outdoorsy type of Rockwood pop-up. And they give it the really cool, like, hardcore, brutal, metal sort of look and feel here. But, I mean, it is rugged looking, and it does perform well. Rockwood, overall, by far and away, is the #1 producer of pop-up folding campers on the market. So, these guys get the job done. Now, you would think, a couple bikes, an air conditioner, man, that could be really heavy to crank up and down. That's why this has a power lift on the front. This has an easy up-down power crank. I will tell you, they are anything but quiet. If you come into a campsite at night, you might wake up the neighbors, but you know what? They also save you a lot of cranking, although a manually cranked pop-up is not quite either. Now, we've got a full front storage trunk up here, and you can see that you do have topside access to that. We simply have the bed pulled out right now, but they do still leave you a side access to that panel. We have 4 corner stronger scissor jacks as opposed to single leg jacks. I've only got the one down now just for a quick showing of the RV, but this will be far more sturdy and stable. The original RVQ grill still here, barely touched. It looks like maybe they cooked on it once. You know, you're getting, again, it is used, but it's all but new. Now, this is part of that ESP series. They put a big, aggressive Westlake radial high-profile tire on this thing. It helps give it the extra ground clearance, and that is also why you have a double entry step here as compared to a traditional pop-up single step. Now, it's been well kept, the very little it's been used or owned. If you look through your bed ends, you can see that these things are in just like pristine condition. There's no mold spots where they, like, you know, used it and put it away wet or none of that nonsense. It's in excellent, excellent condition. I mentioned the power lift. We do have a 6-gallon vessel water heater with automatic ignition that can give us 11 gallons of water recharge per hour. Outside utility shower with hot and cold water. So if you've been swimming in the lake, you want to get that slimy smell off you, you can do that. Really good to hose down the kids or just to, you know, mess with them, the neighbors, put out their campfire. Even like little stuff like this, little access ports. This is just a little cold water sprayer port. So if you do have a couple bikes or something you need to spray them off, that's just a handy little thing separate from this, which has hot and cold water. That's cold water only, just to be able to rinse things down real quick. You know, you got your, this even has cable TV hookups if you're at a campsite with more hookup options. It's actually really impressive what this has. It's as much of a pop-up camper as a fold-down travel trailer, really. Spare tire, I don't believe has ever seen the light of day. Now, this doesn't just have an air on it, it's got a low-profile air. It's physically smaller, so that does help control the weight up there. You'll also find when we get inside the vent, a lot of times in a pop-up camper, you either get a ceiling vent fan or an air conditioner. This gives you both. And not only that, but it gives you the full-size max air vent fan, so you can really get some airflow. And so whether you have park hookup power or you're only operating on a 12-volt battery, you're good. Pop-up bag-style awning and a one-piece full entry door. My preference as a tall person. Now, standing here, if the handle is here or here, which is down here is where the handle will be if it's a 2-section door, it's not hard to get in. But when you're getting out of the camper, and this thing is only 12 inches from the floor of the handle, it ain't real fun to take a knee just to open the door to get outside. Inside, it is as current can be. It is, like I said, in every respect, a new RV at a used price tag. You can see they've got the air installed there. We've got the bigger fan that I mentioned outside over here. And then you see this little corner track right there. And a lot of people are going to get thrown off by that because when you look around, You can't see any reason why it would be there. That's because Rockwood seamlessly integrated a little midnight emergency use porta potty station below this seat right here. If you pull this up, there's actually a nice little porta potty mounted under there. Now they've given you some good drawer space, which is something pop-ups don't typically have. Right here, this little stand is where you could put a TV if you are so inclined. You do have your stereo hookups. It's even a remote controlled stereo, which is kind of cool. Your table here at this dinette is free floating. So if you do want to take that outside for picnic purposes and just have an open lounge or fold that down for sleeping, you can do all those things. We do have storage below the rear bench here. I gotta look, is there storage under this one? I'll have to take a peek at that. Heated mattresses. We've got, it looks like a queen front and maybe like what they call a full rear, but they are heated. The controllers for the heating things are there. This is just a bonus cargo hammock. I shouldn't have to explain that this is not for babies. It's not a baby hammock. Unfortunately, I do need to share that information, and that's based off personal feedback from a customer. Yeah, that would be great to put our baby up there, and my response was, oh my god, no. Anyway, moving on. Extra little stuff like this Rockwood has been doing for years, but they've really brought it back to the mainstream. It's a classic feature, the little hanging cabinet, closet, whatever you want to call it. Any ounce of storage counts. Every ounce counts. And you know, Rockwood didn't leave anything to waste. They created storage where there was none previously. So it's got like a little hard plank bottom, so you can just put some lightweight overhead stuff there. I don't care if it's personal stuff, bug spray, or kitchen stuff. It's awesome that it's there. Now remember, this sink does have hot and cold water because this does have a water heater built into it. We've got our I don't think this was ever used. Maybe once they fired that burner, but the other ones haven't been. Meanwhile, we've got a nice hard top surface over here for prep space. Down below, we've got our 3-way refrigerator, so it can operate on 12-volt battery power, 110 park power, or propane, cold, colder, coldest, in that order. The furnace, we've got like, I'd have to look it up, but probably like an 18,000-ish BTU furnace, more than enough for this little space, way more. Over here, you can see our little stereo speakers. There are power outlets near each bed end, so folks need to charge phones or run a breathing machine, you can do that. And I already talked about how the heat, I think we got it. LED all lights inside, you know, everything on this is in just virtually new condition. Obviously, I can't call it new because it has been owned and it has been camped in, but it is as close to new as you could hope for. You know, in every other respect. Same as new RV financing. Easily available on this due to its late model age. Now, that does depend on you a bit because that is pending approval, but that is very attainable with proper circumstances. So, give us a call, get you camping. Basically, guys, what happened here is somebody bought this camper, they ate the depreciation on it and handed it back. You know, it's like a 2,000-mile used car. You're getting all the benefits of it being new without the new depreciation scary sticker thing happening here. So, we get a few things like this with our volume, you know, maybe 1 or 2 a month or year or whatever, but this is one of them. You know, don't let this pass you up. If you've been looking for just a crazy deal on something, this is a good way to start right here. 800-256-5196, HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. By the way, trades welcome, financing available. We do hitching, pieces, parts, RV delivery, everything. All we need is a phone call. So have a great day.